You have already seen this chart earlier, though in a different format. The topmost line indicates that registered capacity participating in the markets, which is almost 11,300. The second line is the available capacity on hourly basis. The third line, which is color green and is partly hidden by the last line in the capacity is the capacity offered in the market, and the violet line is the hourly market demand. The chart actually shows that the aggregated capacity offered in the market for significant numbers of hours during the year cannot be met. The demand that is when the violet line covers the third line. The main reason for this is because of capacity gap. Capacity gap is the capacity that can be delivered by generators but not offered in the market. When capacity gap is so large that offered capacities cannot meet the demand, the market results to undergeneration, wherein the market operator cannot meet the demand, wherein the market operator cannot derive dispatch schedules and realistic real-time prices. To maintain security of our power system, the system operators of the Transco dispatches capacities on reserve, and in a situation where the combined capacity of offered and reserved are not enough to meet the demand, must-run units are also called in to be dispatched. This condition dilutes market outcome since the resulting settlement price includes the cost of ancillary services and must-run units that were dispatched, although those were not determined competitively. The persistent capacity gap during the period, as shown in this slide, similarly sacrificed market transparency that undermined competition and market efficiency. The absence of the hourly prices failed to provide the continuous signal necessary to decision makers participating in the market. The missing real-time prices in more than 1,300 trading intervals, which is approximately 12% of the total trading interval in the year, could also discourage prospective investors in the generation sector and future participants in retail competition and open access, as this could impose additional costs, since the time lag in feeding the missing real-time price is still significant. Ideally, missing real-time prices, also known as CVCs, should only occur in less than 5% of the trading interval in a year. The real-time pricing outcome discussed earlier is further aggravated by price volatility as shown in this chart. The color-pressed line, which swings from the negative territory of the chart to as high as 61.9 pesos per kilowatt hour, is the hourly load-weighted average price exposed, and is compared to the regulated rate of NPC, the colored pitch line. The monthly nominal and real average load-weighted average price were also computed, as shown by the green and maroon lines, respectively. Monthly average price trends, as you may notice, closely track the ERC approved price. Relatively, hourly price volatility is necessary for the market because it provides investment signals and also give indications for efficient resource allocation. However, at certain level of price volatility, it could also create uncertainty for certain decision makers. It is further expected, based from the experience of other markets, that implementation of open access and retail competition can further intensify price volatility because some manufacturing consumer would be willing to bid higher so that their operation cannot be interrupted. One way of addressing price volatility is through an enhanced contract market. Though fraught with lots of issues at this stage of implementation, the general assessment is that the market is working. It is operating, although the big issue of competition, whether perceived or otherwise, still loom overhead. The DOE, jointly with the industry stakeholders, with ERC, has hurdled the most intricate and thorny phase of market establishment. The governance process and the responses of the participant to competition have effectively leaped over most of the obstacles normally present in the transitioning market. However, for the market to be able to attain its long-term objectives, I would like to emphasize or point some issues which you have seen earlier. Strict implementation of the Western rules is very necessary, especially on mass offer rule, RTD, schedule and dispense instruction, and BCQ submission, so as not to diminish the market transparency and threaten the security of our electricity network. Policy on fuel procurement. Secretary Reyes has been clear in his statement earlier that this is one of his priority agenda. Market monitoring, assessment and inquiry, and investigation are necessary in an evolving market. Because of its primary objective is to determine and address aberration in the current version of our market tools, procedures, and protocols. We have to support the DOE in fast-tracking privatization of our generation assets. That is to really introduce competition in the market. Our group is currently trying to improve our monitoring process. The present reactive market monitoring scheme needs to be strengthened by real-time market monitoring. We need your inputs through your comments and recommendations that will be channeled through our website. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat din po for that enlightening presentation, Mr. Crisantos Eruela.